So this is a very unique place that I'm at here in Goshen. I'm here with Dave at, pronounce it for me again, your last name?
Yes, Guevara.
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 Okay, look, for me, if it's not like Murphy O'Brien, I'm just, it's out of my, it's out of my usual, you know, being from Ireland. So Dave, tell me a little bit about the School of Rock that you have here.
Yeah, so I've been blessed to have the School of Rock. Just kind of started the School of Rock actually I've been here totally, I'm going on 5 months in my studio.
Yeah.
And basically, the Studio School of Rock has been open for about 2 months.
Okay.
Dedicated to community, adults, kids, family and kids, just specifically working with drums, percussion lessons, hand auxiliary percussion lessons, also offering guitar, piano, and just an array of basic skills for students, kids, and basically a safe environment where kids can follow that passion, their dream.
Yeah.
Being a musician full time, in many bands, I just was like getting older, and I'm like, I want to give something back where it's something for a long, they can take forever throughout their lifetime with.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's only so much you can leave, you know, for yourself, but when you instill the passion and help kids, then it lasts forever. You know?
Right. Correct.
And so tell me a little bit about your history, like where are you from and how did you get into music yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So family born and raised in New York, Queens, and we got here when we were young, actually in the 80s. Before, we were one of the first Latin families in Goshen, and since then music was just kind of always a thing. I was actually a violinist for about 11 years, Suzuki, hardcore, thought that I was going to take violin was my passion, so I thought I was going to take that all the way of professional.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that I was always getting in school drumming on the desk or something, and the teacher was like, hey. But so I knew that was my kind of passion in my brain, and I wanted to take that to the next level. And so I always been, just music has always been a part of my life, and been touring bands, several touring bands, and many other bands at a young age, and kind of just work experience with the music and other bands. It's been a great collective thing, and now I just kind of want to give it back to where people can take it within their own experience at any of their own levels to take on and master themselves.
You know, there's always a joke that men can't do two things at once, but I say watch any drummer.
Yeah.
Because a drummer's doing about four things
at
once.
Things.
Like,
try throwing in the singing on top of it.
Yeah, and it's a good exercise too. Like, you know, and you're. So I always have, every time I watch a drummer, I'm always like, wow, that's like, even when I see somebody like on a keyboard singing at the same time, I'm like, it's hard to master doing them at once, right?
It's very hard. It's very hard. You're doing four things at one time, and then if you throw in another fifth thing on top of it, doing singing, so you're really mastering.
Yeah, no, totally. And again, when it comes to, say, somebody like me, like I love music. I've always been interested in it. Never played any instrument.
Yeah.
Where do you start from? I mean, is it as simple as just teaching what each actual like drum is, like what each one does, or what's lesson one?
I guess just getting really comfortable recognizing your own instrument, I guess. You know, being able to practice, obviously, like anything, is key.
Yeah.
And you know, how parents say practice is key and super important. It is, you know, to master, you know, just anything, I guess, really.
Yeah.
Even from learning from mistakes, you don't learn without mistakes or without even trying. So there's a lot of things here with the School of Music that helps kids, adults, youth try because of those reasons. Because one of the biggest challenges, I guess, in life and things is just even following a dream or a passion.
Totally.
You know, a lot of people don't even do that in their lifetime, and
we're so conditioned to not dream.
To just do just do this, do that, and this is a safe haven place, private studio that offers that. You know, you got to make mistakes in life to go and learn in the future to better yourself and situation. And
it is intimidating. You know, I even talk about it, like I'm 40, right? And for me, like one thing I'd love to do is I'd love to be able to sing.
Yeah.
Right? This is just, I've never told anyone. I'd love to be able to sing.
Yeah.
I don't have a good voice. I mean, I say I don't have a good voice. I haven't developed any skills. I don't have a naturally good voice, right? To sing. But I love music. I love Irish music.
Right.
Irish music is like storytelling, very folky, like, you know.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, how could I go into somebody that first? And I don't know if you do singing lessons too. But,
I don't, but
but
I can hear you got the accent,
Yeah.
which I love. You
But
know,
I'm like, lesson one, it's like, okay, do I have to like sing for you? That vulnerability of having to play for you, or like having to like, it's just it really is such a vulnerable moment to like, and that's why I like the vibe of your studio, that it really is as much about the energy in the room as it is about learning the instrument, right?
It is. I mean, because there's, actually when you take it to a profession, you're putting your vulnerability up there on stage.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
basically putting your guts there on stage. Here I am, and I'm presenting this
Yeah.
to you. But it takes sometimes, in life in general, scary moments, right, to overcome and to overcome those fears and those types of things to provide a entertainment or kind of to provide that gift that you're meant to do, or that gift, that talent that you have to share to others. So
What's they say about like growth happens where your comfort zone ends, or growth starts where your comfort zone ends.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's why I do tell myself, push yourself out of that. So, what else is going on? Like, do you like School of Rock as well? Is also about having like performances out there. Like, do students end up actually being able to perform, or?
So basically, here what this provides is beginning drum lessons, percussion lessons, guitar, piano. Right now, I have it set up so people and students can get beginner lessons, or if they're intermediate, wherever they lie in their aspect of levels. And I'd like to get them at some time, maybe put together a concert show series for the students and all.
That'd be cool.
Right now, what the studio provides for me is this space for the studio, as well. I'm a performer in 2 groups, the Earmites, our 3-piece trio. And on weekends, I'm usually busy. I'm getting ready to open up an audio recording studio, the space for bands. Then I also do a booking agency, and then as well, any other things that involve music, tiny house shows, series that I just did. And so
where you actually had people in here, right?
I had people in here,
You had like 40, 50
yeah,
seats
40 seats, 10 seats this way. So providing an intimate, they don't want a rock show, they don't want a big show, wanted a small. So I was like, utilizing this space to its maximum capacity of just music and the arts. I also do artwork full time as an artist.
Nice.
And so like this found artwork up here.
So you're busy.
I try to stay busy, for sure.
So it's like a little the NPR Tiny Desk. You ever watch them?
Oh,
I love
man,
those series.
I love those.
Yeah.
Love those.
Well, talking about students and getting some lessons, can you give me like a little bit of a lesson in here?
Yeah, would love to.
I'm kind of
Dave.
afraid.
That's all right. Watch your head over here.
Yep.
Get behind that.
All right.
I'm sure you've seen all sorts of band groups. And what do you feel music-wise as in a rhythm, which is completely fine and great and what I want you to do?
Yeah.
What do you feel a pattern or rhythm that you feel personally, which is natural, and that's what
I always feel like boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
I don't know why that's always in my head. Sometimes I just like to mess around with that.
And it's great because everyone in this world has a pulse.
Has a different
pulse. So
yeah.
And I want people to keep just following their own pulse.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Once I start playing, my pulse is going to go a bit faster.
That's good. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So when it comes to all of these and like knowing them, like is it also they all have a different sound? Otherwise, you wouldn't need more than one. But
yeah.
So is it also learning just the different sounds or like?
Yeah. So basically, all drum sets have this is an acoustic drum set. These are very special because most drum sets aren't internally mic'd, where these have a microphone inside.
Oh, cool.
Where I can just plug in the XLR and go directly to the board or whoever's mixing. Any drum kit usually has a different tone where you can tune with a drum key to the pitch and what you like. But so I work with different drums. I got another smaller set, cocktail set that I take, depending on gig and space.
Yeah.
Where we got to get squirreled into, for.
And you don't want to be too loud. You got to be present, but not overbearing.
Always want to be loud. No, but you want to play the room and different settings and things like that.
So as I sit here now, as much as I love talking, I'm like, I want to hit this.
Okay, yeah. So definitely.
How do I even start? I see.
Yeah.
See,
so
this is what I'm talking about. There's like.
So yeah,
there's
you got
feet action.
You got options here. So your right foot wants to go on that kick pedal, get cozy. Left foot wants to go on your hi-hat pedal over there to left. And then Yeah, there you go. So let's see. You can do a pattern or just kind of play what you're feeling right now, or like you were saying,
I'll need my hands too, though.
You'll need your hands too. So normally, on a normal 4-beat pattern, normally you're doing on the hi hat 1, 2, 3, 4 with your leg 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now use your right foot. 1. There you go. There you go.
I'm off beat.
That's all right. Now you can use your right hand while you're doing
Hit
that
this one.
up on the hi hat.
Oh, on top of it too. Weight your foot as well.
That's right.
All
That's right. 1. And then use your left on the snare while you're doing it. There you go. There
This
you
is
go.
the
Now
most
you're
thing
getting-
I've ever done at one time. I'm actually sweating with just like it's just so.
There you go. And you can keep that snare closed with your foot all the way down.
Okay, yeah.
And then there you go.
Okay.
1. There you
I
go.
think I'm going to take your place in the band.
Oh no. You sound perfectly fine.
I'm sweating just with it. So, if people want to get more information, or if kids want to come here, or adults, how do they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
Yeah, best way to get in touch with me is you can look me up on social media, Facebook, Guevara Studio School of Rock.
Yep, we'll put that on the screen while
as
you're
well
saying it.
Instagram. Right now I'm setting up pages for the Instagram for the Guevara Studio School of Rock, but you can look me up on Facebook, shoot me a message, reach me by phone or via email.
Okay, it's all on there, all on your social media.
Yes,
How
sir.
do you do the thing when you say, because I love dad jokes and dad puns, how do you do the like, boom,
Oh yeah.
how do you do
So
that real
it's-
quick?
The
Yeah.
ba-dump is on the snare.
This?
Just do the ba-dump, and then there you
Okay.
go.
So, okay, let me see. If you want to learn how to play the keyboard, practice is key. Sorry, that was terrible.
No, that's good.